Hey everybody. Man, these Fridays just keep rolling right around. You never just get done with one, and it seems like the next one's popping up. It's amazing. So, well, hey there. There you go, Joan. Patty, hi. Aggie, wow, everyone here just shoots on in. It's so cool. It's the best party ever. And I am ready to drop. I couldn't even disguise the circles under my eyes tonight. It's like, wow. Allie, look at you guys. Karen. Woo, hi. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Okay, give it a couple more minutes and we'll start off. And I'm cold. Hang on, a little space heater on here. I like the lighting, but I miss Orlando. It's nice being in the shop, and it's easier to focus, but it's miss my bird. I don't know if everybody got a chance to see in the comments. I showed tonight's tarot spread, which is going to be the guidance for change. Given what we're coming up into for 2020, I thought, I'm going to focus on change and positive change. And I think the idea of being master of your own destiny versus go with the flow, which we're Pisces, and I always say, only dead fish go with the flow. Otherwise, you should chart your course. Navigate the seas of change. Know where you want to be. Okay, I had that talk with someone. My last reading of the night was about aiming yourself in a direction. And the minute we started talking, all of a sudden, all these synchronicities began, and it just pulled the reading right through. It was really cool. So, good, everybody's here. Wow. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Sandy. Greta. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sherry. Hi. I'll see you tomorrow. Sherry. Too. Hi, Tansy. Okay. Claire. Jessica. All right. Well, I posted on Facebook Wednesday night. It hit about 5 or 6 o'clock. I started feeling off. By 8 o'clock, it was like a freaking sack of bricks upside the head. And I am never, obviously circumstances allow for it, but just out of the blue sad. I went from feeling a little down. All of a sudden I started thinking of every mistake I'd ever met in my whole life. Like, just went through a laundry list of errors, and why do I even try? Why does it even matter? Why does anyone bother? And then it just a spiral down. Felt like I lost my best friend. It was like this awful sadness that went right through to like 1 in the morning. I went to bed, woke up fine, woke up just fine. It wasn't, it was just a terrible swing that hopefully I won't be doing again anytime soon. It wasn't, like end it all swing, but it was just this sad feeling. And if I'm judging from the comments, a lot of you felt the same, and some just the opposite, very energized by the moon, very uplifted and optimistic, and that was great. I wish, man, I just wasn't oppressive. It was just like I could have just crawled in my bed and cried myself to sleep sad. It was sad. I was so sad. Lisa, thank you. Whew, all right, who else is here? Ginny and Nora. All right, hey guys. Okay, so here we are, staring Yule and Christmas in the face, and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and all the Sabbats and holidays. And the grind continues. I compare that to a mortar and pestle. This Saturn, Pluto, Capricorn, just if you're not in the right place, they are just punching you in the head at this point to get you there. And then my heart is kind of breaking for some people tonight that are having some sad circumstances and some dark nights of the soul going on for a few people. It's I don't know, it's tough. It's just a tough time for some of us. yeah, and again, it wasn't like there's nothing awful going on in my own life. It's just watching change happen. And sometimes, you know, I figured some time ago my role is it's just like a placekeeper. That's what I am. I'm a placekeeper. And Talisman is like a vortex. People are drawn in, and it's wonderful. And that's my role right now. It may change later, but it's just to hold space. Hold space so that people can come and get what they need and meet and go out there refreshed or rejuvenated or unburdened. Hopefully that happens a lot in the readings, and unburdened of their cares so they can go out and do their work. And that's a good thing. And it's so funny to be now in this space, this very castle-like, solid granite block structure. It is, you know, the window wells are like this deep. It is as close to a castle as I will probably ever be in, and it's really cool in that it is so literally rock solid. It couldn't be more perfect for the role that it's playing now. And I just sit in awe. The story of how the shop came to be from the very beginning, 12 and a half years ago, more actually, but you know, to now, it's going to be in the book. It'll be happening. So anyway, yeah, I think that right now a good thing to do over these next few weeks is to reflect before we launch, literally launch into 2020, is take a little time and reflect on how far you've come in the past decade. Maybe think about how far you've come since your first Saturn return. Now, I'm not quite at my second Saturn return yet. I've got a couple more years here, you know. But it's, you know, think about where you were at the age of 27. Think about what was going on between 27 and 29. What were you doing? Where are you now? You know, I was starting my family at the end of my first Saturn return, and I'm now with my last child home, and you know, who's 15, and I'm looking at the next few years, he'll be gone. I will end my second Saturn return with probably an empty nester. So it's for me that whole cycle is something. So, and I'm not sad about it, but it is like the story of the shop, the story of my children's lives, the story of that. You know, you sit back and you say, wow, it was a pretty majestic trip to have taken, a absolute crazy roller coaster. And all of you as well, look back on those times. You're just not the same person. And trying to tell, you know, your 13, 14-year-olds or your 13 or 14-year-old self how different you'll feel at 18, 25, 30s, 40s, how fast your 40s and your 50s, that decade, blink, gone. You race through those 40s. No one can tell you how fast that decade goes. It's phenomenal, you know? And I'm enjoying these crone years. I enjoyed stepping into the role of leader and mother and mother to many, you know? So really reflective time. And I hope you're doing some of that too, because I think it's very good for us spiritually and emotionally and mentally to reflect and see how far we've come, because we often get lost in the shuffle. We get lost in the you know, battle. And we forget how much ground we've really made, you know? So anyway, what I thought I would do really quickly before I launch into the Tarotscopes is talk a little bit about the shop. Tomorrow's fair, I have Karn, Randy, and Sherry here, okay? 12 to 6, readings, $30 for half an hour. And they are available for walk-in or appointments. It's always nice to make an appointment, but you don't have to. And what else? I do try to keep that a cash business too, by the way. I only take a $5 cut. It's how I keep the prices low as I do, and would prefer to see people get readings and buy at the shop and have money to do that. So that is why I do what I do. and talk a little bit about some of the things I have that are kind of gifty, nice housewarming gifts or party gifts or stocking gifts. And so what I have, a few new things. I have these cute little spell bottles. They are in plastic, so people don't pull them apart, but I've got lots of them. Healing and love, and they'd be really cute in a stocking. They'd be really cute in a gift basket. They are all of $7. Okay, and they're got nice little labels on them. Okay, I probably should take them out of the plastic to show them to you, but anyways. Then I have gotten in these Chakra Stones, kind of different. They come packaged in this muslin bag. They're open here so you can see the sample. And the stones are genuine stones, gemstones, but they're squares. Okay, I should probably take them out of the box, out of the thing. Anyway, here they are. Okay, here they aren't. Bastards don't come out there buying a bag. Anyways, it's the tiger's eye, but they're squares. Okay, really nice to put on the chakras. If you were lying down, they would stay in place. Different shape. Kind of cool, actually. Energetically, I happen to really like triangles personally, but these are really nice. There's a lapis, tiger's eye, amethyst, red jasper, clear quartz, aventurine, and I want to say carnelian. So, anyways, they come in a muslin bag, and they are a whopping, what, $11. Okay. And I did get in a nice, although it's already getting picked over a bit, big shipment from Bracklesham Bay, England. Hagstones, holy stones, witch stones. They're nice size. I string them. They are, oops, there you go. Okay, and here. So they are genuine holy stones, and they're $9.99. They're a really neat gift. I used to keep them wrapped around my kids' bedposts for protection. But they are one of the oldest known, if not the oldest known, shamanic tool. Can't even see my shawl here. Wouldn't care, but I'm cold. And I have a nice little write-up that I give you with the stones, which is pretty cool. And last but not least, Bayberry Candles. My grandmother, and every year I pour Bayberry candles, and this year I think I've got the formula just perfect. These are tricky little dickies. You wouldn't think that candles from the same batch with the same formulation would all burn so differently, but they do. Bayberry wax is a very fragile wax. It's hard to come by. It's very expensive, and you have to mix it with beeswax to keep it stable. It melts like in a second. So the honey, the beeswax stabilizes it. I do the tea light, which makes it even more stable. But sometimes they've got these big flames, little flames. I had one lady that it burned for 9 hours. I forget who it was, but took a picture of and the time, so I would believe her. 9 hours it burned. Others, they burn out like in an hour and a half. So I say what you're supposed to do is light them. You light them on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, and they need to burn into Christmas Day, New Year's Day, carrying the good fortune. Bayberry wax, because it was hard to come by, was kept as the candles were kept for special occasions. They don't smell like the tallow and lard, fat, smelly, smoky candles that were every day. So for holidays and special times, you brought out the Bayberry candles, and they just became affiliated with good luck and good fortune. And certainly when I'm making them, I'm talking to them and working with them and doing my bit with them. So they are $5, and they make wonderful housewarming gifts if you're going to someone's home, stocking stuffers, all that good stuff. Okay. Anyway, that's just a few little things that we have here at the shop. There's lots of other stuff too. And our dragon display, our big castle fairyland, is really getting depleted. I bought a lot of dragons and things, and it's already getting wow, pretty picked over. So that's what's going on at the shop. It's been busy. The readings are busy. My private readings are busy. People are, you know, they're either coming together beautifully or they're falling apart horribly. There is no middle ground at this point. It really is like that. And lots of surprises, lots of cliffhangers going on. So anyway, and thank you, Lisa, for the compliment. Hey, Val, Gary, Eugenia, salut. Hi, Karen. Yeah. Good evening, Christy, Karen. It's wild energy. Hey, Marie. Christy, oh my goodness. Wow, everybody's here. Thanks, Rosemary. I like them too. Thank you for the compliment on the Bayberry candles. Actually, it's really cool because the day after Christmas Day and New Year's Day, I always get all these posts and all these pictures of everyone with their Bayberry candle burning. And honestly, I loved my grandmother. I can't talk about her too much. I will start crying. She half raised me. Very, very Irish. Lillian Catherine McGlenn. And Bayberry was sort of a big tradition in the family. So she burned them religiously, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. So by burning them, you're sharing her memory, and I appreciate that from everyone. Thank you. So guidance for change with all that's going on. I thought this was an interesting spread. It's a 5-card spread talking about, and I think you all saw the post, I hope, but it looks like this. Okay, if you want to, just so you can do it at home as well. I'm going to take a screenshot there. All right, okay. Yeah, so it looks like my hideous writing. And anyway, first card is the action to take during the transition. The second card is where to find support. The third is advice from the higher guidance or higher consciousness. The fourth card is what you will need to let go of, and the fifth card is what you will gain. And that is the spread, guidance for change. And I am too tired to go backwards, so I'm going to start with Aries. Okay? Aries. 1, 2, 3. These big ass cards that we have here. My God. The Talisman deck is huge. 4 and 5, Aries. Okay, Aries, the action to take during the transition is the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles, hard work, reward for hard work. And I'm going to say the action to take during the transition is what will yield the greatest financial gains for you, Aries. I think you need to be looking at the bottom line, okay? Going through these transition time change, making money, okay? What makes the money? Do that thing. Where to find support? Well, it's the 7 of Cups reversed. It's definitely telling you not to drink, not to imbibe, not to pills, you know, anything that's leading to, I just don't get high and think you're gonna, you know, become all sorts of enlightened. Don't look to anything artificial. Nothing that isn't genuine and organic to you. All right? Don't be tripping balls and thinking you're gonna meet Jesus, because I don't think you are. I gotta say, this is clear head, straight thinking time. Do it sober. Guidance from your higher, advice from your higher guidance. 3 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, it's just bringing it home. Your higher guidance is agreeing with me and saying, work with what pays you money. Don't futz around with things that aren't bringing in the cash. And I have lots of really skilled artists out there, and sometimes you gotta work a day job too. Most artists do. And they're just saying, don't let go of the day job just yet. Focus on making money, bringing money in, and that's a good thing. And I'm going to tell you again, with the Three of Pentacles reversed, what you make money at may not be what you're best at doing. Okay, it may not be what your skill set is, or maybe you need to work outside of what you went to school for, where your educational degree is, because you're not making money doing that right now. So it's just saying, but don't stop making money. Just focus on bringing in cash. This is the time to acquire the energy known as cash, money. What you need to let go of, this is interesting, it's telling you to let go of the Ace of Cups. Now, why would you need to let go of the Ace of Cups? Your cup overfloweth. Why would you let go of that? Well, maybe it's saying you got to let go of the idea that you're going to be financially secure. Maybe it's letting you, and by that I mean rich. Sometimes, abundance is a word that doesn't always mean that you're going to be financially wealthy. Abundance, they say you're healthy of everything. But the idea that you're going to have everything you want, you may have to let go of that. Ace of Cups is your cup overfloweth. All good things, everything. And maybe you're not going to get everything you want. Let go of some of that. Maybe the abundance isn't going to flow from the source you'd like it to. Maybe you're hoping that you're going to get bailed out, or maybe you're hoping that someone's going to help you out. And basically what these cards are saying, and I'm looking at this last card too, oh man, is look at you. Look at you, buddy. Look at you, honey, because you're the one carrying this burden. And it's up to you to bring it home. All right? And that doesn't mean I'm no friends. It doesn't mean I'm not saying that, Aries. I'm just saying this isn't going to be a group activity. You've got to take care of you. And all you Aries out there are shaking your head going, well, duh, like I didn't know that, but I'm just saying. What you will gain, and that is the Six of Cups reversed. Well, what I think you're going to gain and it kind of goes along with that number 2 card, that idea of not relying on artificial substances to get you, charged up creatively or get you through. Reminiscing and memories and how it used to be. Really, the cards are telling you, Aries, to be your most pragmatic. This is where you are. You're not a little kid anymore. You're not in the future. You're right here now. And the cards are saying, what do you need? You need money. You got to pay your bills. However you best can make the most money possible. I don't know why. I don't know where they're guiding you, but they're telling you basically, if you were a squirrel, start gathering acorns. That's what they'd be saying. Start gathering acorns. Don't worry about anybody else. Just get your acorn stash going. They're telling you to get ready for that, okay? All right. And it's funny because that's advice I'd really expect more for a earth sign, but Aries, there it is. Okay, so Taurus. Wow, okay. Taurus, and this is what I would expect to have been Aries, just by nature of the energy. But Taurus, action to take during this transition, they are telling you to party your ass off. They are saying, freaking let go, have fun. You know, you've been an ant, be a grasshopper. I love that story, by the way. I love the Muppet version of the grasshopper and the ant. But and it is the Muppet version where the grasshopper hops in the sports car and drives away. It's that version of they're saying let go. You know, have some fun now. Party it up. Like it's 1999 or something. But seriously, party, have fun, the fuck. And let's see, where to find support? Well, duh, you Taurus are the support. The 10 of Wands, it's a heavy burden you carry. And all they're saying is take the burden off and you know, shrug it off and enjoy yourself while it's going on, because you always pick it back up again. Okay, and they're just saying, no, don't. Actually, you know, unfortunately, Taurus, you're the one everyone else looks to for support. Taurus is that sign. Taurus is the sign that just keeps trucking, that keeps nothing. Because we were talking a couple days ago about all the old expressions. Like it was okay, boomer is the thing now, but all the old ones, like keep on trucking and hang in there, baby, with the kitten hanging off the stick. And oh my God. So, but that is it. Taurus just keeps going. They go to work when they're sick. They just keep going. What do you need? All right, let's just do it. They're the ones that always come when you call. Taurus is salt of the earth. My stepmother was a Taurus, and I always say I had a big family because of her. I watched her take care of kids, work full time, run this house, and always managed to have enough for everybody. Just that's Taurus. Advice from the higher guidance, Taurus. Well, they're saying you got to slow down a little bit. They're saying slow down. They know you carry a heavy burden. You always carry your burden, but they're telling you eight of Wands reversed. Take a pause. Take a pause. You again set it down, because you always pick it back up. You know, Taurus is always responsible. What you will need to let go of, and that's the number 4 card, and it is the 8 of Swords reversed. Again, they're saying unbind yourself from things that are holding you back. Your burden the burdens you don't have to carry. You don't have to carry everyone else's burden too. Right? That's what they're saying. They're saying unburden yourself of the things that don't belong to you. Things that are making you suffer, the things that aren't paying dividends and emotionally, or bringing you joy, or making, you don't have to do that. Don't carry the karma for the collective. That's not your role. That's none of our roles, by the way. You're not Jesus. Don't do a Jesus complex thing. Not your role. And what do you gain when you do that? When you take a minute, when you do some celebrating, when you put your burden down, when you maybe take a few things. I was watching the show. Makes me think of, it was a mountain climbing, and they were showing how they pack for the big treks, like the Everest type treks. And they showed what they do. They just snap the toothbrush in half, because they go to ounces. Like how light that backpack can be while they're carrying up like Everest. So they snap your toothbrush in half, and they shred, and just, it's amazing what they fit in a backpack to be as light as possible, but still have everything you need. And that's what I'm seeing, I'm seeing streamlining is what I'm hearing here for you, Taurus. Going through the changes, going through the transition, streamline. And what happens when you do that? Well, you get the Chariot. That's what you get. You get the Chariot. What's the Chariot do? Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead, right? Take a minute, shake it off, relax, have some fun. And that would make sense because we have the January, the conjunction going on January, but it's saying now through December, have some fun. Go to some parties. Let go of some of these burdens. So that when January comes around, you pick that burden back up. It's not quite as heavy, and you can move a lot faster. All right, Taurus, that's yours. Gemini. Gemini. Whew, okay. All right. Well, action to take during the transition, the King of Wands. The King of Wands is creative, hardworking, but also very friendly. If he's a boss, he's that boss everybody likes. Wands are fire, so it's energetic, but lots of creative ideas, always up with some new thoughts, some new plans, some new, something to make things fresh and new and interesting. That's what the King of Wands does. And it manages to be friendly and manages to be accessible. So during the transition, yeah, be flexible. Be the good friend to everybody that you are. Be the information person that you are. The creative person that you are, Gemini. Don't lose that. Where to find support? 9 of Cups reversed. Well, you'll find support when you open up and ask for it. Okay, the 9 of Cups is usually a man who's very closed off emotionally, very guarded. You're saying no. Again, back to that whole idea of what action to take, where to find support. You'll find support when you ask for it, when you make yourself accessible. That's the sharing of creative ideas, the sharing of help back and forth. It's not all just you doing it. You're in take too. And Gemini, how appropriate. The ruler of the communication, short trips, siblings, primary education. But really, communication, how you exchange information, how it flows, letting it flow, but you gotta put your stuff out there too. And you gotta be ready to take it in. That's the other side of it. You can't just push information out, you gotta take it in. Advice from higher guidance. The Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, so Gemini, higher guidance, Queen of Cups reversed. Now, traditionally, the Queen of Cups reversed is someone who's not using their intuition, who's being taken advantage of, the sucker. So what's interesting, Gemini, is, okay, here's how I would take it. So, I have the shop, and I meet people every day. I mean, every day there's just a constant flow of people in the shop. I mean, I add between 5 and 10 to the email list, the newsletter list every day, and it's just amazing and blessed. But every now and then someone comes in the shop, and they tell me their story, or they tell me what they're into, they tell me what they're about, and I'm like, that's cool. Might be I'm not really into, but it's okay. You're alien stuff, or that I don't believe. But every now and then, you kind of gotta have some discernment. Like it's like, that's been a little too far. You're talking about aliens, and you're talking about Lemuria and Atlantis, and like, okay, I can wrap my head around a lot of that. But when you start telling me how you're the reincarnation of the Queen of Atlantis, and you're here to, and I'm like, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying I gotta filter that a little bit. I gotta filter that. So Gemini, what I'm saying to you is, while you're taking in information and while you're giving your information, and people are sharing with you, have discernment. Otherwise, you start to sound like a fool. You start to fall for everything if you don't have some sieve or some means of filtering out what might not be truth. It's sort of like what I don't do with Facebook sometimes. I don't properly vet my posts. You can sound like an idiot if you just post up shit and you never check it. I do check it a lot, okay? But when you don't, you can sound like an idiot. Well, the same thing applies here. Vet people. It's okay to vet new information and kind of a little background check maybe on new people coming in just to make sure, that's what I'm saying. Just don't, especially in the new agey, metaphysical, mystical world, we have all kinds of people who are all kinds of crazy sometimes. What you need to let go of, the Empress. Well, that's about control. Control in terms of controlling dialogue. That is my newest favorite expression, is don't write the narrative. Okay? People are like, oh, I'm going to tell them this, and they're going to say this, and I'm going to do this, and they're going to say that. I'm like, whoa, you have yet to even initiate a conversation, and you're already writing a narrative. It's going to go like this, and he's going to say this, and I'm going to do that, and it's going to be this, and I'm like, don't write the narrative. Make the phone call, and then see what happens. So I'm going to say, Gemini, don't write the narrative. While we're sharing information, and we're vetting people, and we're seeing what's going on, don't write the narrative. People can surprise you. One of the most wonderful things in my life have been people who've surprised me, people I thought were going to be against me, totally for me, people who I thought I automatically had their support. Nope. It's like, whoa, really. Happens, okay? But don't write the narrative. Lastly, what will you gain? Well, you gain the Tower Reversed. Tower Reversed. Well, it is still chaotic change, but at least you're bringing it on. As you're gathering information, as you're transitioning, and doing it as a Gemini with information, facts, communication, processing, the Tower Reverse tells me you will make changes. They may be chaotic, but you'll be owning them. It's not being done to you. The Tower Upright is chaotic change coming at you, but the Tower Reversed is you bringing the change. It is the difference between being served with divorce papers and serving divorce papers. See, no surprise, Gemini, because you've covered all the bases. So if anything's going to go down, that's fine. But it is a planned implosion. Like when they blow a building up on a city block and just that building goes down and nothing else, that's what we're talking about. If you're getting rid of old ideas, if you're getting rid of ways you do things, you're doing it surgically. So you just take out that piece. You're not disrupting the whole. Why? Because you've done your homework. Because you're not controlling the narrative. Because you're having discernment, informational discernment. All right? Cancer. I'm just going to quickly look at some comments and see if any of this is making sense too. Woo! Hey, Patty. Okay. Ella, no, this is for the zodiac signs. So I've done, and these stay up on the site. These stay, but we've done Aries, we've done Taurus, we've done Gemini, and now we're going to do Cancer. Okay. You guys are explaining it. Thank you. I don't know why I even. Hey, Holly. Hey, Pamela. Hi, Tinny. Keep on trucking. You remember that? It was the dude with the foot, the big foot coming out? That was a big bumper sticker. Hey, Deb. Oh, honey. How are you? You had a rough week. Hey, Marisol. Okay. So we are on Cancer. Cancer. Action to take during transition. The Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is juggling money, robbing Peter to pay Paul. But you know what? They all get paid at the end, right? Anyone balancing a budget, running a household knows what that feels like, you know? I can put off a month while you pay the gas bill, and then you tell you know how it goes. During the transition, you may be juggling money, okay? But that means you got money to juggle. It's okay. Just juggle. And honestly, it is. Pentacles is money. So I'm not saying you're juggling your time. I'm not saying you're juggling your emotions. No, you're juggling money. I'll be really clear. I'm not one of those people that puts a lot of nuance on the cards. I tend to be a very practical witch and a very practical reader. And you're juggling money, Cancer. Where do you find support? That sucks for Cancer. It's the Five of Cups, and it's really speaks to being disappointed. And I think what's happening as you're juggling, Cancer, you're juggling because people have let you down. And like the rest of us up to now, it's going to be you finding it from yourself, because people that you thought were going to do the right thing aren't there. That might be why you're juggling money, by the way. Okay, but it's a matter of saying, okay, I'm on this. This is mine. The Five of Cups is a sad card. Speaks to emotional loss because cups are emotional. There is one cup standing. Where am I? Here. One cup, but a lot of cups spilled. It is a little bit like crying over spilt milk, but it really is more about disappointment in people and yeah, realizing maybe that a lot of this was on you, and you might have thought you had you might have thought you were flying with a net, realizing that whoever was supposed to be holding the net is not holding the net, and in fact they're not there at all. It's a crappy feeling. Advice from higher guidance, the Knight of Swords reversed. Well, they're telling you to be quiet. They're telling you not to do what Cancer sometimes do, not to run your mouth. In this instance, they're telling you to be quiet about it. You see it. Okay. You're not happy, but it may not be the time to do anything except keep juggling the money. You're disappointed, you're sad, but keep it to yourself for now. What you need to let go of? The King of Cups reversed. And the King of Cups reversed is usually a man who is anxious, depressed, or an alcoholic. This is someone who absolutely is out of control emotionally, mentally. It could be someone who's having mental breakdown, off their meds, whatever. And again, if this is the person that you thought was being responsible, and then you found out, and then you thought that they would be supportive, and they're not there, you may have to let go of that. That person may not be capable of being. Is what I'm saying is they can't. They don't have it in them. Whatever mental weakness or emotional weakness, like the Queen of Cups reversed is being a sucker. Well, the King of Cups reversed is weak emotionally, and you can't count on them. You can't count on this person that you thought was there, not able to be there. It is on you, but damn, you're disappointed. So you're gonna let go of that idea that you can count on this person or this, and then what do you gain? Well, what you gain is the Hermit Reversed. Now the Hermit upright speaks to loneliness, being alone, being solitary. But the Hermit Reversed is choosing to be alone and solitary. And again, it goes back with that advice from higher guidance saying, just be quiet, don't tell. And again, what you gain is some sort of autonomy, and maybe the desire to go it alone. If you're going to be alone, you're going to be alone. Remember my first marriage thinking, if I'm going to be a single mom, I'm going to be single. Okay, if you don't have my back, it's okay. All right, I got it. But then I'm going to be a single mom. I'm not going to be a married single mom. And that may be what you're looking at too. Cancer is who has your back, who doesn't have your back. And that doesn't mean your spouse necessarily. Maybe it's a parent. Maybe it's your boss. Maybe I'm looking at work situation where you're juggling the money. Maybe it's work related. And then you think, oh, you know, sure, but my boss has my back. I'm working all the overtime. I know I'm going to get a bonus out of this, or I'm going to get, and then you find out, no, you're not, because he hasn't handled anything correctly. So it doesn't have to be husband-wife stuff, Cancer. But what it is telling you is autonomy, self-empowerment. Know you got the strength to go it alone. You probably gonna want to go it alone. Okay. Leo. All right, Leo. Action to take during the initiative, the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is security in the home. It's a great card, right? But it speaks to the guy is there with his dogs and his kid, and safely in the walls of his home. To take during the initial transition is make sure you are safely housed, securely housed. Going into January and this next year, make sure you have security in the home. Excuse me. This is not the time to be between houses, or, you know, it's not the time to know where you just have security in home. Know where you need to be. That's all. Where do you find support? Page of Pentacles. Oh, you're making money. Now, it could be you're making money in the home, but it also could just mean you're making money. Page of Pentacles is bringing money in, new money in. So, again, finding support. Well, with Page of Pentacles, the money's flowing. So, whatever you do to make money or make extra money, if you have a part-time job, an extra job, keep that going. Work every angle. Advice from higher guidance, the wheel reversed. And the wheel reversed, it can be bad luck. It can be drudgery. And that might be it. It may just be drudgery right now. You know, okay, great, security, the home, money, work extra, blah, blah, blah. How drudgery that is. And for a Leo, you know, too, Leo's, we got Taurus thing, let's party, you know, let's have some fun. And it's like, no, not you, Leo. You get on that wheel, get on that hamster wheel and keep going, okay? Maybe you drop the ball sometime this year, I don't know, but they're saying make up for lost time, and you keep going. You keep making money and work a part-time job too. And just like Aries, the fire sign, how interesting, these are things you would affiliate with an earth sign, but it's that it's being directed to the fire signs. Be like a squirrel in the wintertime and start gathering those nuts, you know? Aries is being cautioned to gather as much money. Leo is being, yes, but also security in home. Secure the home. If you can find a way to make money out of your home, all the better. What you need to let go of? The Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is rocking a hard place. The Two of Swords is this idea that it's either black or white. The idea that it's good or bad. It's the idea that it's, you know, and I'm going to say what they're telling you is let go of the idea that it's only black and white. There are shades of gray here. You're not taking into account. And Leo is a very dramatic, very all or nothing sign. Okay? All or nothing, baby. And I love that. except in this case, it's not all or nothing. It's wait and see. Wait and see. You're straddling those two positions of right, wrong, good, bad, all, nothing, rock, hard place, But they're saying, let go of that. Okay? There's a middle ground. And what you gain? Yeah, the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Financial autonomy. Financial security. The self-assurance that comes from knowing that you did this. And God knows, Leo loves being the king of anything. So the King of Pentacles, again, usually I associate that with Taurus, but King of Pentacles, baby. Hell yeah. Long live the king. And Leo, you may be going between jobs even, thinking, well, I like this one, but this one's Maya. And they're saying, work both. Do both. Okay? It's not all or nothing, it's do both. Yeah. $1 bills, baby. Make them. Virgo. My Virgos. Action to take during the transition. The 5 of Pentacles reversed. Rebuild financially. Rebuild. Coming back. It's coming back from a hard time for Virgo. Now, does that mean every Virgo was bankrupt and coming back? No. But it's coming out of a time when you felt like you didn't have enough to where now you got more than enough. Okay, Virgo? During this transition, you'll have more than enough. Just keep your mindset on abundance, and because it is beginning to flow. Where do you find support? The Devil reversed. You find support when you let go of all the deadbeats, let go of all the people that are dragging you down. Time to do some culling. Who you rely on, but who you think is there for you. The Devil reversed is really letting go of toxic people, toxic ideas, and toxic energies. All right? And certainly, the Devil reversed, you don't find support drinking or imbibing. It's really nothing toxic, no substances. Advice from higher guidance, the Queen of Pentacles reversed. But higher guidance is saying Queen of Pentacles reversed can be greedy. She can be a greedy person. She can be, not seeing the forest for the trees. This is someone whose financial stance on money is not in oh crap. The King and Queen of Pentacles reversed. Someone who money has taken on more importance than it should, or I cannot think of what I want to say. Where their values with money that may be off. The Queen of Pentacles is know your worth, make money, but don't make that everything. Don't make that everything. You're coming out of a time, there's more abundance, but don't make that everything. It's not all about money. What you let go of? The 8 of Cups. It's time to go through some doors. It's time to leave some people behind. The Devil reversed, leave things behind. It's time to again, it's time to go through some doors. It's time to let go of the idea that you gotta stay in place and hold. You're not a placeholder. You need to move forward. And what you gain? The Sun reversed. Well, the Sun reversed is usually failure. Now, why would gaining failure be a good idea? You know, what's interesting is I love the Sun card. I always say the Sun and the Star are the two best cards in the deck, but not every reader sees them that way. And Andrew Neblett, who reads at my shop, and you know Dr. Neblett, most of you, he views the Sun very differently. He views it more as a destructive force. He views the Sun as being, if the sun shines on you too much, what happens? You dry up, you get dehydrated, it burns the crops, it burns the fields. The Sun can be a very destructive thing. So he views the Sun reversed as being more like backing away from things that are too bright, things that are too intense. And I'm going to say in this case, what you gain, the Sun reversed, going through doors, it may seem like a failure. It may seem like you're walking away from something and not putting up a fight for it. And I'm going to say some things, maybe some things you aren't worth fighting for. Some things it's okay to say, you know what? I'm gonna lose a battle and win the war. And it may be that with this idea of walking away from certain things emotionally, people may say, oh, you were quick to walk away. Boy, you just gave up, didn't you? Well, there's a certain wisdom to knowing this isn't a fight worth fighting. You know? Devil reversed, 8 of Cups, the Sun reversed. What you gain is you gain some perspective, and you don't spend energy fighting a battle that isn't worth winning. Focus on you. Things are going well for you. Things have turned around for you. Maintain your focus. It's not all about money. It's not all about, it's just go. This reminds me of somebody who's leaving a marriage that, and again, this is just the Sun reversed. Leaving a marriage that's financially you're secure. You're going to lose your financial security walking away from the marriage. I know it, but it's just not worth it for you. You know? It's just not worth it. You'd rather not have that security and go it alone. Close that door, keep going. So it could just be something that just someone else might think is valuable, but you're like, no, I'm not fighting for that. All right, Virgo? What's going on here, guys? Okay, Holly. Hey, Brian, Rami, Lori, Valerie. Hi, Faith. Right, Cheryl. Gosh, everybody. Oh, it's okay, Francine, because it's here. Just watch it. Hey, Michael. Thank you. All right. Moving on to Libra. Okay, Libra. I'm enjoying these spreads. You know, I don't do test runs. I'm like, either they're going to work or they're not going to work. And I like, yeah. I kind of tweak them. I'm finding them and I'm tweaking them. And I like how they're coming out. Okay, Libra. Jeez. Action to take during a transition, and it's the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords, man, it's rock bottom. Well, I'm going to say during the transition, there's going to be things that are painful, and nothing, you can't change that. You can't shine it up, make it pretty. There's just pain to be endured during this transition. Libra, I'm sorry. There's going to be pain. Where's pain coming from? Let's find out. Where to find support. And I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Well, you're not finding it at work. And they're telling you that. You're not going to find the support you need at work or with coworkers. In fact, I'm not sure you're being appreciated for your efforts. I'm not sure you're being paid for your efforts. I'm not sure that with the energy that you're putting into work is yielding any kind of rewards for you. And I hope you're not feeding a dying animal, you know, that you could, because the advice from the higher guidance is the Two of Wands reversed. And it's saying, you know, you're not being supported. You're not being supported. Two of Wands reversed is a lack of support. So here you are in pain. You're not being supported. And you're not being paid or appreciated for your hard work and efforts. What do you need to let go of? The Emperor, the business, the Emperor can also be the patriarchy. The Emperor is but it's upright. It's upright. So I don't know that you can blame the patriarchy on this. I'm not sure. I think it's more about letting go of any illusions of power or control you have, especially when it comes to work. Whatever you're doing, I'm not sure you're that doing it the way you've been doing it is working. It's not working. You got to go back to basics. Because here's the thing, what you gain is the Three of Wands, which is creative advancement, which is moving forward. So what I'm going to say here, Libra, there's pain in a transition. You're not being supported by your coworkers, by your peers. You're also not being supported financially. They're not paying you what they should be paying you. You're not being paid what you're owed. What do you let go of? Possibly the business, possibly ownership of a business, possibly the idea that you somehow are building something that it's not being supported. And liberate yourself from that. Go in a new direction creatively, which Libra is wonderful at. But I'm going to say, understand you might be beating a dead horse here. You know, and it's not going to get up and run. It's dead. Stop it. Stop trying to feed a dying animal. Stop trying to, it's just not going to happen. Okay? Go back to basics, back to square one, and go in a new direction creatively. Time to take this in a whole new place. And I'm saying that not because you can't do it, because you know the supports to do this bigger thing. So you go back to being autonomous and working for yourself. Because if you're trying to be part of a collective, well, the collective ain't supporting you. They're just sucking you dry. This is not a pretty card, okay? So going through the transition, Libra, you love to be part of the group. You rule the house of marriage and partnership. You love partnering. And what these cards, the higher guidance, what they're saying is going through transition, honey, maybe you can't do it as part of a group. Maybe you got to be a lone wolf here. And that's different for the average Libra and painful for the average Libra because they believe in the group dynamic. They like Aquarius. They like the group dynamic. As does Sagittarius, as does Gemini. They like the group thing. They feel very comfortable traveling in a group. There is safety in numbers. They're not, these are not the signs that enjoy being solo acts. But I'm saying to you, Libra, going through this time, maybe you're going it alone. You certainly can't carry people who aren't respecting you, who aren't paying you, who aren't giving you props for what you're doing. All right? All right. Scorpio. Dun, dun, dun. It's always heaven and hell. Heaven or hell with Scorpio. Heaven or hell. And they say when two Scorpios get together, male and female or whatever combination you got going on, but it's heaven or hell. There's never a middle ground for Scorpio, man. But if they're in hell, they're usually on a throne. I gotta tell you. Okay. Scorpio. I feel like I should be drinking something stronger than water, but I don't drink. Action to take during the transition, judgment. During the transition, judgment. That is legal high ground. That is moral high ground. Judgment is signing contracts. Judgment is being viewed favorably by your superiors. Judgment, being in good judgment. It's upright and it's good. It's good announcements. So during the transition, you walk that high moral ground. All right? Where do you find support? The Nine of Swords. Nine of Wands, excuse me. I'm sorry I said it's the Nine of Wands. Well, this is the thing with Scorpio. Scorpio is very suspicious of support. Scorpio is kind of like, can I trust you? You say you want to offer me support, but I'm not sure you really can. Scorpio is vigilant. But Scorpio is anticipating conflict. And Scorpio is the king or queen of the preemptive strike. And that's what I'm looking at here. The Nine of Wands, it's the preemptive strike. It's anticipating and already being strategically planning for, they do this, then I come at them with that. Oh, they do this, oh, I'll be coming at them with that. So where you find support, be strategizing. Your greatest skill, Scorpio, is your ability to strategize and see 4, 5, 6 steps ahead of the person that you're dealing with. Higher guidance is telling you the Five of Wands reversed. And there again, they're saying you're anticipating conflict. Don't anticipate it. May not come. All right? It looks like they want you to stand down. Be ready, but stand down. Like in Star Trek when they said lower the phasers or phasers down. They're like, oh, but we're vulnerable. The ship is vulnerable, Captain. It's okay. Lower them. And sometimes that sends, and it's like in Star Trek, that sends a message like, we are receptive, we're listening. We're not going to attack you. We're listening. Yeah? What you need to let go of? The Seven of Swords reversed. The Seven of Swords, that is the card of take what you can and save yourself. And they're saying, no, stay there. Don't run yet. Seven of Swords is take, this is the card. This is right here. Take what you can. See? He's got 5 of the swords in his hands. He's leaving 2 behind. Take what you can and save yourself. Just run the fuck out of there. And this is mine. Thank you very much. See you later. And they're saying, no, not this time. Okay? Don't. You can be ready for a preemptive strike. Stand down. Wait. And what you gain. Page of Wands reversed. Well, what they're telling you is during, again, we're looking at during the transition, during this time of change, you may not be as creative as you thought as you were. You may not be gung-ho moving forward, you know. And they're saying that's okay. The only message I'm getting about this transition that's coming up so quickly upon us is this isn't the time to be out and about. This is the time to be in your home, like Leo being told, home. Make sure it's secure. Home. Oh, Aries, gather your nuts. Get your stockpile together. You know, same thing for, you know, Leo. Get your stuff together. Make it secure. Taurus, yeah, have some fun. Put down your burden because you're going to pick it back up again. But you need a vacation. You need a break there, dude. You're too heavy. You know, That's what it's saying. Virgo, you know, but basically everyone's being told autonomy. You have to have self-control. You have to know what you're capable of. Scorpio, strategize, absolutely strategize. Have your strategies, have all your plans, but don't act on them just yet. They're saying don't act on them, just have them ready to go. Right? And take that moral high ground. This is about vengeance or being vindictive. That's the shadow of Scorpio. Vindictive, vengeance, jealousy. That's that shadow. They're saying, nope, high moral ground. Be your light self. Be your light body, your higher self. But my favorite saying, it's an Arab saying, it's trust in Allah, but tie up your camel. Well, Scorpio, there you go. Stand down, lasers down, open up, keep your strategies in place. Drawing up a battle plan, but don't necessarily think you're going to go to battle. May not. All right, looking at Sagittarius. Sagittarius, during this transition, the Ace of Wands reversed. Again, this is ending partnership. This is about going it alone. This is about possibly changing jobs during this transition. Ace of Wands reversed. Also not feeling as creative, maybe. Where to find support? Queen of Wands reversed. We got the Ace of Wands reversed. We got the Queen of Wands reversed. The Queen of Wands reversed is the female workaholic. This is creativity as it is about, again, just working. Advice from higher guidance is the Fool. Time to do something new. And I'm going to say, okay, so during this transition, they're telling you something new. Ace of Wands, ending partnership. And this looks, wands are creative, but they're usually career. So they're telling you, you know, maybe you're in a very creative field. It's time to change that up a little bit. I don't know. I'm going to say yes, probably, because what you need to let go of is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is sister to the Empress. But the Empress is earthy. It's Demeter. It's the goddess Demeter of the earth. It's provisions. It's meals and security, and it's all that. And then the High Priestess is etheric and intuitive and mystical, and you know, but the Empress is like, that's very, very good, sister, but you can't eat your crystal ball now, can you? You know, I've got a plate, you know, I've got everyone's plate full here. What do you got? You know, go eat your tarot cards. Go see how good they taste. You know, let's come down to earth now. And I think what these cards are saying for you, Sagittarius, is you are the eternal optimist, and they're just saying dial it back a little bit, dial back the creativity, dial back. You're going to be going a little different direction, but it may not be as creative. It may not be as whimsical. And then what they say what you gain is the moon. Now, the moon is what you gain, the number 5 card for a Sag. And for me, that means it's hidden yet what you're going to gain. The moon for me is moon upright is just, it's still hidden. I don't think you know what you're going to gain yet. I'm not sure you know. They're just telling you the way you've been doing things is not working anymore. It's time for something new. Let go of any lofty, mystical ideas. You can't intuit this one. You can't intuit it. It's just not going to be revealed yet. Don't try to intuit it. Let go of that. Let go of the High Priestess. This is something that is going to happen organically, practically, practicality versus mystical and metaphysical and all that. It's also a little bit of you can't see the forest for the trees. So Sag, it may be time to back off a lot. Back off if you're reading and studying and you know and you're all about the mystic life. You may want to take a break. Maybe time to put down the books, go out for a walk in the woods, stop studying this stuff so hard, stop trying to force it. Okay? There's things haven't revealed yet. You've not been told where you're gonna be yet. It's okay. Just know that the way you've been doing things is probably needs to change and it's gonna change. All right. All right. Capricorn. Okay. Action to take during the transition is the Four of Wands. So they're telling you to find contentment in the home, to find security in the home, not necessarily financial, but emotional. Be where you're happy emotionally. So if you're not loving what you're coming home to, you're not loving the way it looks, maybe it's time to redecorate, make it prettier, make it more livable, or maybe or find someplace new. But right now it's about comfort at home. Where to find support? The star. You're supported. Have hope. That's the star. It's hope, optimism. I would say find support looking back at your successes, Capricorn. You know, because you have had some amazing successes, and pull from those, pull that energy forward to say, okay, I've done this, and this right. You know, I've got this too. Advice from higher guidance is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Capricorn, they're telling you money isn't everything. You know, you've been successful, but they're saying that maybe it's going to slow down a little bit. It's okay. It's going to slow down. And maybe they're telling you too is that, you know, you need to spend some time in the home. Enjoy the home you've made. A lot of times people, you know, you got these beautiful homes, you know, but if you work 14 hours a day, you're never in them. So who's enjoying the house that you've so carefully crafted? And they're saying, make sure you're enjoying home. All right? Money isn't everything. What you need to let go of, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Oh God, beating a dead horse. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Well, Knight of Pentacles upright is, again, that constant money coming in, money coming in, money coming in. And they're saying, yeah, you know what? And especially right now, this December, January, money may not be coming in like that. All right? Maybe you're not making the money you're making. Maybe they're saying, again, be home, be with your family, be people you care about, you know, decorate, enjoy home. Not all about the grind right now. It's the holidays, for God's sake. You know, take a little break from work so you can get some new perspective. What are you doing it for? You know, Capricorn, who are you doing all this for? You've done so much, but, you know, break. And what you will gain is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Well, I'm going to say with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, you step outside your comfort zone, you step outside your skill set, you're stepping outside your educational base, you're stepping outside of how traditionally you've made your money. And that's when the creative part of it comes in. Okay. Yeah. That's what they're saying, honey. They're saying it's really, be open to some new ideas on how abundance flows. And remember what I said earlier, that abundance isn't just the cash, it's also the home, it's the family, it's the people, it's all of that. So just a broader view of what abundance is, right? And being open to new ideas and new ways of making money. That's the other thing. All right, Aquarius. Well, Aquarius is all about partnership. Action to take during the transition, the Two of Cups. Friendship, possibly friendship growing into more. Aquarius, looking at your relationships. And Aquarius is great with the broad brushstroke of humanity, but they're saying no. One-on-one relationship, marriage, partnership. Look at that, okay? Focus on that. Focus on that friendship aspect. The Two of Cups, I love the card. It's a romance that comes out of friendship, a friendship that comes out of, gives birth to a romance. But remember the friendship, okay? Remember the friendship in that partnership during this transition, that you're friends. Two is where to find support. Seven of Wands. Ugh. Well, Aquarius, you tend to want to be objective, and you tend to want to love all of humanity, and you tend to want to be very, sometimes Aquarius can be a little kumbaya, a little kumbaya, gather around the fire and sing and such, and they're saying no, competition. There's a fight here that you and you're gonna have to fight it. And you're not going to find support so much as you're going to demand support. How's that? Okay, Aquarius? If it looks like people may be pulling back support, like, oh, no, you're not. No, you're going to be here like I was here for you. Okay? That's what you're going to do. You're going to be responsible. You're going to do what you're supposed to do. And so there's an aspect of conflict there. In terms of finding support, it's about demanding support. Advice from higher guidance, death card. And it really is, if they don't have your back, if they're really not your friend, they're really not there for you, it's really, this is ride or die. Ride or die. Are you in, you out? Huh? What are you? Because we're rolling here. We're going through a transition, going through change. Are you with me? Are you working with me? Or are you working against me? And Aquarius has to look at people and say, whoa, maybe you're not my friend. Maybe you really don't want what's best for me. Maybe you're only, a fair weather friend. But the minute that I ask for help or reciprocal, you're not there. Quid pro quo. I've been there for you. Why aren't you there for me? You gotta go. I'm not carrying dead weight. So what you need to let go of is saying the Lovers. But when I look at the Lovers card, I think of rose-colored glasses. I think of the rosy glow of love and the emotional romanticism, and you're romanticizing your friendships, and everyone's a friend, and all the hokey, fake positivity that I hate. Everything's a lesson, every hardship. No, it's not. Come on, man. Okay, it's lessons, but your friends shouldn't be teaching you lessons all the time. You're my friend. The hell you doing making it so hard for me for? Tripping me up when I'm trying to walk. That's not a lesson. It's being an asshole. Right? You're not teaching me a lesson. You're teaching me how not to be. So I'm going to say with Aquarius, let go of the people that you're romanticizing. All right? Your friends are your friends, and they're there for you. And they're not making it harder for you. And they're saying, let them go. Let people go. Even though, You may love them, let them go. What do you gain? Knight of Wands reversed. Well, sadly, Aquarius, for you, the sign of brotherly love, the sign of humanitarian efforts, this is hard for you. This is really gutting you. I don't want to make it sound this is hard. This right here is hard. The Knight of Wands reversed it's not letting you be creative. It's not letting you, again, romanticize. It's not letting you gallop off. And no, nope. It's saying do the hard work. Do the hard work. It's almost like being a Scorpio. They're asking an Aquarius, who is the least Scorpio, only a Taurus is less Scorpio, you know what I'm saying? But Aquarius is not like that. They don't like getting their hands dirty. Sorry, Aquarius, you don't. You don't like doing this. You like Libra, all the air signs. They don't like getting their hands dirty. Air signs are very cerebral. They're very Ravenclaw. If that's what, and don't forget, Ravenclaws, during the Battle of Hogwarts, I can't believe I'm using this as an example, but they left. Ravenclaw left. Who stayed and fought? Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, right? Slytherin was off, Ravenclaw was off, and it was those two that fought. But air signs want to logic their way through it, think their way through it, philosophize. That's what Sag wants to do too. We'll be philosophical and we're too educated for that. No, you're not. In this case, you're not. This is nitty-gritty bullshit work. And you can't make it pretty, and you can't make it fun, and you can't make it, no. Okay? You go Aquarius. God help you. And Pisces. And I'm saying that with respect. I love Aquarians. I'm not saying they're weak by any means, but I'm saying you got to pull from a different skill set, one that you don't like using. All right, Pisces. Action to take during the transition. The King of Swords reversed. So basically, shut up. King of Swords reversed. No communications. Go quiet. Go stealth mode. Where do you find support? The Five of Swords. By walking away. Walk away from the fight. That's what they're telling. Really, the Five of Swords is walking away. Turning your back to it. This is not the damn, I'm just not doing it. Advice from the higher guidance. The Nine of Swords reversed. Let go. The Nine of Swords is a card of mourning. The Nine of Swords reversed is stop mourning it. Stop mourning. Stop fighting. Stop arguing. Stop talking. Stop fighting. Stop the conflict. Just stop. Stop. Okay? What you need to let go of? Six of Swords. Escapism. There's no escaping. Let go of the idea that you're just gonna, because it's not about that. It's about staying present. It's not about running away. Okay? Stop running away. Stop going off into your dream world, which Pisces are all guilty of. You can't lay in bed all day. You can't. What they're saying to you is just during this transition, go quiet. Just go silent. And just be there. You have to get through the transition. You know what I'm really thinking of is the Navajo prophecy for the end days. Ancient prophecy is my is my thing, the really old prophecy. And Navajo prophecy said that you go into your pueblo, close your curtains, close your door, drink nothing but water, and wait. That prophecy involves 3 days, and they say, do not look out your windows, you will be terrified. Do not look out your windows. Stay in your home, drink nothing but water, and pray. And let it pass. And Pisces, for you, this is what I'm saying here for you. And you can look this up. It's Navajo prophecy for end times. Different than the Lakota, Sioux, different than the Hopi. They all have different, slightly different versions of this. But the Navajo prophecy called for 3 days when you would not leave your home. And in a way, looking back at what I just, going through these 12 signs of the zodiac, they all had a common theme around store up enough supplies, have a secure home, be autonomous, have people around you you can trust, Aquarius. You know, let go of the things that aren't serving you. Let go of activities that are just draining your time and your energy, Libra, and take care of yourself. Over and over again. Have just your trusted few. Have you and know what you're capable of doing. Because we are going into uncharted waters. But this right here, and lastly, the number 5 card, what you gain, respite. Rest, respite. Remove yourself from the fight. Silence. Don't run away, but just I want to, I'm thinking of some of the Buddhas that I've seen, the meditating Buddhas. That's the image in my head when I look at these cards, is that stone Buddha. I'm present, body, my mind, you know, I'm here, but I'm not engaged. I am, if there was anything, the word for it, detachment. Detach, Pisces. Detach from the sadness, detach from the fight, detach from the fray, detach from escapism, if that's where you want to go, and just be. Let it happen. All right? That is what I got for this guidance for change. We are going into it now big time. And we need to prepare. We need to be prepared for what's coming up in 2020. Because it just starts with that conjunction. As I wrote in my newsletter, and again, if you didn't get the newsletter, private message me. You did want to get the December newsletter, because I really go over a lot of the stuff and how to find out where it's going to hit you personally. But one thing we know is it just starts in January, and the change, it's you know, it's like a whitewater rafting trip. It's you know, you get in and you know, okay, it's a little bumpy, the rocks are going, oh, we're on our way. Okay, but you haven't even hit the rapids yet, and you haven't hit the big rocks yet, and the waterfalls, okay, they haven't even happened yet. You're just going off on it. You're past the point of no return, but you're hardly done. That's what January 2020 is going to be like. The energy of January 2020 is to begin that very, very crazy whitewater rafting trip on the inflatable. Have people you love on that boat with you. Be as secure as you can possibly be. And be ready for it. Be ready for something that we don't know what we're fighting yet. Like Scorpio. Have your strategy going. Have your plans. Have your provisions. Have people you close to you that you love, that you trust. Know who you can trust. Know when you're wasting your time. That's what you're doing now. So before I even start throwing cards, I talked about looking at the past. look at your successes, look at what you've accomplished so far, and then get ready. Get ready for what's coming. If we were ever going to see revolution in this country, if we were ever going to see, it's going to be 2020. Hey, Wendy. Boy. Hey, Deb Johnny. Yeah. It is hard. But that, yeah, it's okay. It's the, when I'm finished with this, I post it and it's there. Hey, Gail. The Days of Darkness, Patty. Yep, it's the Native American prophecies are fascinating. My brother Michael and Linda. Hey, baby. Is Kim back yet? Mike? Dark Night of the Soul. The Native American prophecies, I'll just end with this. First of all, they weren't releasing them because they were can't think. I'm so sorry, guys. I am tired. They were an oral tradition, obviously, and really, they were like, hey, white man doesn't deserve our prophecies, But the indigenous peoples have always been generous to us, and acknowledging what they were seeing as the end game. The Hopi Prophecies date back 1,000 years, just to be clear. Some of the oldest prophecies, 1,000 years of prophecy. And they talked about a time when the world would be covered in spider webs, the World Wide Web. And so you start going into these prophecies and you're like pulling them apart, peeling the onion. But they truly believe that not many will survive it. And that's a common core of a lot of indigenous prophecy. And as we continue to shit where we sleep and breathe and eat, I'm prone to believe them. Okay, and I don't want to doomsday it here, but I'm not as enthusiastically optimistic as I used to be. And I say that as the mother of 4 who would like to see her grandchildren one day. Okay, so be clear on what my motives are. I want to see a world that succeeds and is healthy and is where personally I want to see my own family continue. I've worked hard to keep them together and all of that, blah blah blah. But the idea of these days of darkness, the idea of which honestly has a biblical connotation too. I will nod the Bible, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna want to watch this myself because I'm a little spacey, which means I channeled some of this, and I've come to realize that some of my readings, or many of my readings, I didn't know for the longest time that I was doing that. I was channeling stuff, and a few years have gone by, and people would say to me, "Oh, Laura, you read me a year ago, and you told me this, and blah blah blah. You told me," and I'm thinking, that's not how I talk. Those aren't my words. That's not my language vernacular. That's not my slang, And I'm thinking, that's what they thought they heard. Or that's what they wanted to hear. And they were happy with it. They were like, oh, it happened like you said, because you said blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, I never said that. I don't talk like that. And then, a few more, it happened. People were like, oh, you said this, or you said that. And I'm thinking, God, you people just hear what you want to hear, don't you? And then one day, someone came in. This was a few years ago. It was here, though. It would be 2.5 years ago. And they said, blah, 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 you said this. And I said, listen, I got to stop you. I said, I'm sure you thought I said that. But those aren't my words. I would never say those words. That's not even my, that's not my language. And she's like, but that's exactly what you said, Laura. I'm like, yeah, okay, but I'm just saying you probably heard it that way. She's like, no, I recorded it. It's on my, so she's like, I'm gonna play it for you. And sure as shit, man, I said that. And I'm listening, I'm like, that's not my voice. That doesn't even sound like me at all. And then I realized, oh my God, that's not me talking. So even listening, sometimes I listen to these things, and tonight, yeah, that doesn't even make me feel like I'm in my body right now. So I'm just saying, we really do all have to have our head on straight. I'm shaking the table, sorry guys. And this isn't the time, except for Taurus. Okay, apparently Taurus can have some fun, but the rest of us really have your head on straight. And again, the reason why Taurus can have fun is because Taurus always has their head on straight. That's what they are saying anyway. For all of you who know a Taurus who doesn't, okay, fine, but they're saying that they do. But really, this is a time for practical thought and to apply our metaphysical gifts practically. Okay, you're empathic, you pick up on the feelings of others, well then do that. Can you trust this person? Yes or no? Bam! What are you picking up? Stop second guessing it. Okay, can you or can you not trust somebody? Use that empathy. Use that. Do they have heart? Are they kind? Don't dig. This is an excavation. What are you getting? Fast, come on. What are you pulling up here? Move on. Yes or no? Chop chop. We're not, okay? You want to be an empath? You want to be a super empath? You want to, I feel everyone's, well then do it. Do it. And protect your family and protect yourself. Because not everyone is kind. And that's that whole false positivity. No, not everyone does have your back, Aquarius. Not everyone does have your best intention. And sometimes people smiling at you and cheering you on are sticking their foot out to trip you up as you're walking by. Well, get away from those people. Cut them loose. And kick them. I don't know. I'm tired of being nice to people who are mean. I get sick of that shit. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. Think about it and behave yourselves and get some sleep. All right? I love you all. I'll talk to you next week. See you soon, too, okay? Bye.